YouTube may be a marathon, but what if you sprinted it? That's what I did, and it worked. Last year I got laid off, then I got pissed off, and then I became unstoppable. Working for someone else's dream, not an option. Failure, not an option. So I bet on myself and I went all in on YouTube. And here's what happened. Month 1, $0. Month 2, $0. Month 3, $1,400. Month 4, $8,000. Month 5 and beyond, $10,000 plus every single month. My highest paid month in the past 365 days was over $50,000 in revenue. Not from going viral, not from brand deals, and definitely not from AdSense. My first payout was only 273 euros. You've probably been told, and I've said it many times on my own channel, that YouTube is a marathon, that it's slow, that it takes years to get traction. And I used to repeat that too, until I stopped and realized that that's not what happened for me, and that's not what happens for many of the creators that I've worked with. That it just simply isn't true for everyone. In fact, I think this belief gives us permission to stall, to expect slow growth, to settle for struggle when it's not actually necessary. So what if we sprinted the marathon instead? What if we moved with urgency, clarity, purpose, and right from the get-go, right? Because you don't need years to build momentum. You just need focus, a clear offer, and the courage to go all in. This video is a full masterclass on how to go from 0 to 5K or 10K months without millions of views, without fancy gear, and without a team, even if you're under 1,000 subscribers, especially if you're under 1,000 subscribers. So if that sounds good to you, stick around because the next 40 minutes might just change the course of your life and your business. Okay, so you're here for a masterclass, which means you're not just curious, you're committed. You want to make YouTube your full-time gig. That's awesome. However, if you want to grow fast and make money and build a real business on YouTube, you can't mess around. You can't half try, you can't scroll all day, consume content, and say you're working on it. You have to decide that this is your goal and you're going all in. That means giving up comfort, giving up distractions, and choosing focus, like your life depends on it. When I started my YouTube channel, I had 3 kids at home and no income after getting laid off. I didn't have time to waste. I didn't chase shiny objects. I didn't listen to every single YouTube guru out there telling me a different thing, a different day. I listened to one, Sean Cannell of Think Media. I did his course and I followed the instructions. I picked one lane and I stayed in it. I created content, lots of it. I served my audience and figured it out as I went. I made mistakes in public. I launched offers before I felt ready. I said the wrong things on camera, had awkward sales calls, and edited videos late into the night when I probably should have been sleeping because my toddler was gonna wake up at 5 a.m. the next day. I gave up fitness and sports related hobbies. In fact, I even gained 10 pounds last year. Yeah, I gave up date nights with my husband, which basically we never saw each other. And yes, our marriage suffered. We're good now, but for a while it was tough on both of us. Why am I telling you this? Because I'm tired of people thinking they can do this casually and still get massive results. I'm tired of people telling me I was lucky when I worked my butt off. You want to win and you want to win fast? You want 5K, 10K, 20K months from YouTube? Then treat it like a job, not a hobby. Not forever, but for a season, for now. Can you give it 6 months of ruthless focus? Can you silence the noise, stop overthinking, and just move like your life depended on it? Because if you can, you'll be shocked at what's possible. I made over 150K last year in my first year on YouTube. I still can't believe it. Not because I'm special, not because I had some magic shortcut, but because I went all in. And before we get into the strategies and the tactics to get you to the 5K months that you want, I want you to ask yourself this. Are you really ready to do what it takes? What are you willing to say no to for now so you can say yes to your dreams? Sacrifice is not the enemy. It's the entry fee to your success. I'm serious and I want you to succeed. Okay, the next monster we need to face is doubt. Your success and doubt cannot coexist, period. It must be removed. I never doubted for a second I could do this. Was I 100% sure of every step? Heck no. Am I now? Nope. But momentum doesn't come from knowing. It comes from moving, from taking action, from making the decision. So decide you're going to succeed no matter what, because the second you let doubt in, momentum dies and small becomes your new ceiling. You need a bulletproof mindset. You need to believe fully that you can do this. Not someday, not tomorrow, now. Now you are doing this right now and own it. There is no reason why you can't succeed if you show up, stay focused, and do the work. Why? Because if there's a skill you're missing, learn it. If there's a fear you need to face, face it. If you're unsure, act anyway. It's truly not rocket science. Believe, do, become. So before we move on, I want you to do this with me. Remove doubt from your mind, or at least choose to ignore it for the next 6 months, and replace it with commitment. I can do this. I am doing this. I believe 100% in myself and my goal, and I wouldn't have been given this goal or purpose if I couldn't achieve it in my lifetime. And that's the truth. Okay, here's another big hurdle that will slow you down to a snail's pace if you let it. Worrying about what other people think of you. You've lived enough of your life carrying that weight, and there's no space for it here. So let them talk, let them judge, let them gossip. While they're busy watching you, you're busy building. Put your head down, stay focused. You're not here for gossip or approval. You're here for your purpose. And that purpose is bigger than anyone's opinion of you. So that path takes courage. It takes guts to go against the grain. Most people won't do it. And that's exactly why you will stand out and why it will happen faster for you if you do go all in. And this is what most people don't realize. Success isn't actually that complicated. Building a business isn't the hard part. What's hard is getting out of your own way. It's the inner work, the years of conditioning you have to unlearn, the fears you have to face, the identity shifts you have to make. But once you do that, the strategy, the growth, the income, it all starts flowing in, almost effortlessly. And honestly, that's the part I don't think the world wants you to know. Because if more people knew how possible it was, they'd stop settling. But most won't do this work, which is exactly why, if you do, you rise fast. And I know what you're probably thinking. Yeah, just tell me the strategy already. Don't worry, I will. But if you skip this part, you don't stand a chance, because strategy alone won't save you. This, the inner work, is the real game. And to be honest, it's what I spend most of my time helping my clients with. A monkey can follow a business blueprint. The people who win aren't the ones with the best plan. They're the ones that don't give up when failure gives them a good slap in the face. So this is the work, and it's non-negotiable. If you want success, are you willing to do what most won't do? The competition becomes irrelevant if you are. And ironically, before we dive into how to make money, I need to tell you this one last thing. Don't make money your focus right now. Make service your focus. Care deeply. Help generously. Show up with your heart. The people who thrive aren't the ones chasing income. They're the ones chasing impact, fueled by a genuine passion for a topic, driven by life's experiences that shape them into who they are today. You have something inside of you, something real that's meant to be shared. When you show up to share that, purely to serve, not to prove, not to impress, but to help others with what you've learned, that's when the money starts to flow. Not because you forced it, but because you showed up with value and tons of it. So before anything else, reconnect with your purpose. Lead with it, and I promise the rest will follow. Do you want to know why I show up here every day? Why I make these videos? Why I work so hard with my clients? Because I see the light in people, even when they can't see it themselves. I see your light. I see your potential. I see your worth. And if I don't do everything in my power to reflect that back to you, I've lost. I believe we're all capable of brilliant things, but most people forget that. So I've made it my mission to help you remember that fact. This isn't just about content. This is not about income or views. It's about impact. It's about helping people to step into who they truly are. Because when we live in alignment with who we are, what our purpose is, we become better. And when people feel better, they do better. That's what I live for, seeing people happier, more peaceful, more fulfilled. And yeah, maybe it sounds cheesy, but I want the world a better place for my kids and for your kids and for all the kids out there. And the only way I know how to do that is with the heart. So what is your purpose? What drives you? What do you see in others that they cannot? Knowing that is top priority for your success. So I know this is a lot, right? Feel free to rewatch this section again if need be. That's why there are chapters in this video. So save this video, come back to this video, come back to different sections as you go through this journey of success and as you move towards being a full-time content creator. But now let's move on. Let's talk facts. I want you to stop thinking of YouTube as just another social media platform. I want you to start thinking of it as a trust-building platform, a place to connect with like-minded people, share ideas, speak the truth, offer real solutions, and build something that actually lasts. If you treat it like a business, it can set you free. Here's where most people go wrong. They think income on YouTube comes from going viral or being famous. Sure, that's one way, but it's not the best way actually, and it's definitely not a sustainable way to survive and thrive on YouTube. Let's do the math to disprove this theory once and for all. AdSense pays around $2 to $5 per 1,000 views. So if you want to make $5,000 per month with AdSense alone, you need over 1 million views every single month. It took me 10 months to hit 1 million views total since starting this journey. In fact, in the last 365 days, I have made around $13,000 on YouTube. That's about $1,000 per month. Now compare that to this. If you have 10 clients at $500, that's $5,000. Only 10 clients. If you have 5 clients at $1,000, that's $5,000. If you have 100 buyers of your course or your ebook or your digital product at $50, that's $5,000. There are a lot of ways to reach your goal. Stop spinning your wheels trying to go viral. Replace viral with value. Make value videos, not viral videos. If they go viral, fantastic, right? But value will pay you more than viral ever will. We're not chasing views, we're building trust, and we're using that trust to serve our audience, to serve the people we can help. YouTube is just the beginning. It's where the attention starts, but it's not where it ends. Views might open the door, but value is what invites people in and keeps them coming back. Your content captures attention. Your consistency builds trust. The trust gives you the right to make an offer. Your offer creates impact, and impact leads to transformation. And transformation earns loyalty, not just for your brand, but for your mission. That's the model, and that's the movement. And that's where the true freedom begins. So don't just create content for clicks. Create it with care, lead with value, serve like it matters because it does. Solve real problems, show up when it's inconvenient, and do it from a place of deep integrity. Because when you do, the income becomes inevitable. Not because you're chasing money, but because you're changing lives, starting with your own. So how do you actually turn content into clients and purpose into profit? Let's talk strategy now. It starts by building a solid foundation, a bridge, if you will, a bridge to your next or your first 5K month. And that bridge has 3 parts: who you help, what problem do you solve, and how do you deliver the results. Let's start with number 1, who do you help? This is where most people stay vague, but you cannot afford to do that. This isn't about keywords or the algorithm. This is about the real human on the other side of the screen. They need to feel like you're talking directly to them. So instead of saying, I can help anyone, say, I help women over 40 restart their creative careers and build a side income online. Or I help conscious entrepreneurs grow a personal brand that attracts dream clients. Or I help menopausal women lose weight through fasting. And here's what I've learned. Niching down does not limit you. It frees you, because when you know who you're talking to, who you're speaking to, you stop guessing what to say. You stop wondering if your content will land, because you already know it will, because you know your person. Let's say you help menopausal women. They want to lose weight and you help them with intermittent fasting to do so. So since you know that, you're not going to waste time on videos like how to bulk up at the gym, best protein powders for teenage athletes, right? That's not your lane. Your content writes itself when you know your audience. How menopause affects metabolism, common fasting mistakes for women over 40, what to eat after 7 p.m. to avoid weight gain. That's clarity. It gives you traction and builds momentum, and it goes deeper. When you speak clearly to one person's pain, thousands feel seen. And that's what people don't realize. Let's say you're in the sleep niche. You could say how to sleep better, but that's broad, it's bland, and it's honestly forgettable. Or you could say something a little more specific. I know how scary it is to sleep with a CPAP machine. I know what it's like to wake up gasping for air. I know why you avoid travel even though you wish you could say yes. And someone watching on the other side, wow, they get it. They know what it's like to be me, an apnea sufferer. That's trust. That's connection. That's what makes people subscribe, engage, and eventually buy something from you. And by the way, sleep apnea affects millions of people. So even though your message is focused on one person with apnea, your impact will still be massive. That's the power of clarity. So determine first who you help. Next part of the bridge is step number 2. What problem do you solve? This is the heartbeat of your channel and the soul of your offer. What problem do you solve for them? This one question can be the difference between barely scraping by and building a thriving, profitable business. And yet, this is where most people get stuck. Not because they don't care, but because they're scared to commit to one thing. They tell themselves, I don't want to leave anyone out. I have so much knowledge. I just don't know what to pick. I don't know what topic to talk about. But here's the thing. If you don't choose, they'll choose someone else that did. Someone who's clear on the problem they solve. Then learn how to charge for it. Ask yourself, what does your person struggle with daily? Or what kept you stuck for years that you've now figured out? What would you love to walk someone through because you know you can help? That's your purpose. That's your superpower. The reality is this. People don't pay for information. They pay for clarity. They pay for a sense of progress. They pay to feel seen. They've been stuck for years. And if you can help them move forward even just one step, they'll remember you forever. What's the problem you solve? So what's the problem I solve? Underneath everything I do is one mission: to help people realize their potential. To be the one who says, yes, you can, when everyone else in your life is saying, no, you can't. And the vehicle I choose to deliver that transformation on is coaching people on how to succeed with YouTube. I help creators build personal brands. I show them how to go from passion to purpose to profit. I help people grow their channels and build businesses. So the problem is no channel or slow growing channel. The solution is coaching with me to grow your channel and build a sustainable business and live free. But is that it? Is that all I offer? On the surface, yes. But once you're in the door in my program, it's so much more. Whatever your niche is, it works the same way. What people see on the surface is just the tip of the iceberg. Beneath it, there's depth, there's emotion, there's skills, there's structure, there's belief. You're not just delivering information. You're guiding someone on a journey, one they can't take alone. And that's why they need you. If they could do it alone, they would have done it already. You are needed. You need to remember that. Take sleep apnea, for example. Let's say you help people manage it through nutrition. Sounds simple, but underneath, there's meal prep, there's hormonal balance, there's stress, there's travel struggles, there's exhaustion, there's the disbelief that improvements are even possible in their life. You're not just giving advice, you are rebuilding someone's lifestyle. One tip, one piece of advice, or habit at a time. That's impact. So just because your offer is simple on the outside, help apnea sufferers to sleep better with nutrition, doesn't mean it lacks depth. It means it's focused. The best offers are clear on the outside and powerful on the inside. And here's the myth that stops so many people in their tracks. You don't need to be an expert. You need to be a mirror. Most people can't see their own blind spots because they're in the fire. They're not through it. They're too close to the chaos to find the clarity. And most likely they're disheartened and worn out and tired. But you've walked through the fire. You've gained perspective. And your presence, your words, your reflection, that is precisely what helps others see what they can't see on their own. You don't need a polished 10-step method. You need empathy, clarity, and the willingness to walk with them, one step at a time. That's what creates real transformation. The person who understands their audience best wins. When I first started coaching, my entire pitch was have questions about YouTube, book a call, get answers. No slides, no PDF, no coaching method, and it worked because it was real, it was direct, and it came from a place of service. Later on, I tried building out all these fancy assets, roadmaps, fill-in-the-blank guides, 30-page workbooks, but my clients didn't care. They didn't want more stuff. They wanted answers. They wanted clarity. They needed me to look at their channel and say, here's what's working, here's what's not, and here's your next step. That's the job. And sometimes the most effective offer is the one hiding in plain sight, the one that feels so second nature to you, you almost dismiss it. It's not flashy, it's not complicated, but it solves a real problem. And that's why it works. Because real problems don't need polished presentations, they need clear solutions. So ask yourself honestly, would this offer my services genuinely help someone move forward? If the answer is yes, it's more than enough. And that's the second component of the bridge. What problem do you solve? Now let's move on to the third component. Number 3 is, how do you deliver the result? Your delivery method is your offer. Is it a one-to-one call, a digital course, a 27 ebook? You get to choose, but clarity only comes when you commit and take action. I want to share a quick story with you. About 2 months into my YouTube journey, I started getting comments on my channel like, do you coach? Will you coach me? Can I book a call with you? And my first thought was, who am I to teach anyone? I just started 2 months ago on YouTube. And then my second thought was, how do I even set that up? I have no idea how to do that. Then my third thought was, wow, amazing opportunity. I'm unemployed. I'm going all in. I'm going to figure this out. But most people stop there. They get scared. I'm not ready. It's too soon. When I have X, Y, and Z in place, then I'll do this, right? Then I'll start coaching. No, the opportunity is knocking at your door now. Answer the darn call before you miss it. Hesitation kills momentum. I had built the momentum with the past 2 months, providing lots of value, and people were then asking for more. I would have been a fool to not step into that role. Years earlier, when I tried to build a YouTube channel when I was pregnant, I was creating value and people started asking for coaching, but I was too shy. I was too scared and I was too comfortable with an income that I already had. So believe me, I'm not judging, but what if 8 years ago I had said yes? Makes you wonder, right? Take the opportunity now when life presents it to you. It might take almost a decade for it to show up again, like it did for me. Back to the story. I jumped into coaching, but I was like, what do I charge? I have only been doing this 2 months. I have no idea what to charge. So I did what most modern people do. I asked ChatGPT, what should I charge as a new YouTube coach? It gave me a range from $50 to $150. I underestimated myself and went for $65 an hour. I created a Calendly link. I learned how to send PayPal invoices, and I mentioned it in a video. And I launched coaching. The first month I had 18 clients, and I was shocked, not just by the income, but by the fact that I could actually help people. I was helping people, and it was simple, real, transformational, and it taught me something I'll never forget. Clarity doesn't come before action, and it comes from action. And by the way, I've raised my price 4 times since then, so nothing is set in stone. Just start. Don't worry about the pricing in the beginning, just start. We've been taught our whole lives to wait, to get the degree, to take the course, to earn the title. Then we're allowed to start. But the truth is, you don't learn by preparing, you learn by doing. I would have never become the coach or mentor that I am today by studying how to coach. And I became that person by saying yes when people asked for help, even when I didn't feel ready. And those people, they didn't want a guru. If they did, they would have hired them. They wanted someone like me who had just done what they were trying to do. Someone real, recent, relatable. I was only a few steps ahead of them, but I already crossed the bridge they were standing in front of. And that was enough. You don't need all the answers. You just need to be a few steps ahead of someone and willing to lead them. And guess what? You already are. We all are. Each and every one of us is ahead of someone else in life in some way or another. And that is where your value lies. And that's how you hit your first 5K month, by understanding your worth to somebody else. You can start making money right now if you jump in. When my mentor gave me an idea, I didn't overthink it. I figured it out and I ran with it, usually within hours of him telling me. Because the speed of your success is directly tied to how quickly you close the gap between idea and action. The smaller that gap, the faster the results. Most people have an idea and wait years. Wasted time. How many times have you considered YouTube and put it off, or started and stopped? But you're not going to do that anymore, right? Right. Okay, now let's talk delivery options, because that's the step we're in if I got a little sidetracked. Step 3 of the bridge, remember, is how you deliver the results. I have 5 options for you today. There are many more, but this video is long enough as it is. So we'll just talk about 5. The first option is my go-to and my absolute favorite method for getting money fast on YouTube and building a business, a solid business fast. And that is number one, coaching and consulting. If you want to make real money fast, this is the fastest path for small creators. No products, no funnels, no big audience needed. Just you, your brain, and a calendar link. Remember, you don't need to be 10 steps ahead of someone, you only need to be one. If you've solved a problem someone else is stuck in, you're qualified. And that's what coaching is, solving real problems in real time for real people. And you only need 4 things to get started. Number 1, pick your win. What have you figured out that others are still struggling with? Number 2, create a simple offer. Book a one-on-one clarity call to fix XYZ. Number 3, charge for results, not your self-worth. Start with $50 to $150 per call if it feels good to you. And lastly, number 4, mention it in your content. Build trust and drop the link. That's it. And here's the beauty of coaching. You get paid to sharpen your message. It shows you in real time what people are actually willing to pay for, number 1, and every session becomes a goldmine of ideas. The best thing is about this, you learn how your audience speaks about their struggles, what they're really looking for, and the exact words that they're using to describe it. Those are key words. That is SEO. That is really interesting and useful information. These insights shape everything. Your next video, your next content strategy, your sales page, even the way you describe your offer. And here's a pro tip for you. Record every session you have with clients. And you can give it to your clients so they can review it, so they don't have to take notes during the session. And so you can go back and extract key insights, turn quotes into testimonials, and build stronger systems around what actually works for your coaching industry. That's the coaching edge most people overlook. This is your lab, your testing ground. Later, you can turn what you learn in these coaching calls or these consulting calls into group programs, courses, or products even. This is the starting point that most people skip, and it costs them months, if not years, of aligned product development. And if you're still hesitant, ask yourself, instead of who am I to coach, try who am I not to when I know I can help. Your fear of coaching is letting someone else suffer unnecessarily so. How's that for some guilt? No, I'm just kidding. But get out there already, right? Your voice is needed and you can start helping people today. Next up, the second thing you can do is digital products. So this is your high leverage, low lift machine. Perfect if you want to stop trading time for money. You build it once and it sells over time, again and again and again. And it works while you sleep or while you're coaching clients. And it's ideal if you're a teacher, like system builder or a creative problem solver. So what are some examples of digital products? Mini courses, which teach a focused skill in under an hour, perhaps. Templates that save people time, like Google Sheets, Canva, emails, video outlines, whatever. Swipe files are like proven titles, CTAs, DM scripts, pitch decks, those types of things. Notion dashboards like planners, calendars, portals, systems. But the best digital products do one thing well. They solve a clear problem for a specific person. And they do it fast. Speed is important. Let me show you what this looks like in my own business. One of my digital products, a course on going from zero to monetized on YouTube, brings in around $2,000 a month, which is probably a missed opportunity since I don't promote it. I don't run ads, I don't use funnels. It just lives in my links, in my description, and people find it through my content and buy. Why? Because it's useful. It's not fancy, it's not complicated, it's definitely not a masterpiece, but it's helpful. I recorded it on my laptop in iMovie. I finished it in 1 month, and it's edited by me, nothing fancy. Digital products don't sell because they're pretty. They sell because they get results. They sell because they're practical. They save time, they give clarity, and they remove friction. They solve the I don't know where to start problem in minutes, not months. Okay. And again, you only need 4 things to get started with digital products if you want to. Number 1, identify what people keep asking you for. Number 2, determine what's the fastest way I could help them get that result. Number 3, package it simply. Think Loom videos and checklists, Notion and quick tutorials, PDF and a quick video or a walkthrough. Sell it simply. Mention it in your videos, pin a community post, and email your list. You don't need a launch. You need a link, a call to action, and a clear result. In fact, you could build a mini course this weekend. Seriously, I challenge you to try. Take action. And if you want to build a mini course this weekend, here's how you do it. Open up a Google Doc and brain dump everything you teach someone to get from point A to point B. Keep it simple, 3 to 5 key lessons max. There's milestones in between A and B, and those milestones become your modules. Ask ChatGPT to help you organize or tighten your structure. So you can literally paste your outline or your notes in Brainstorm Dump into ChatGPT and say, can you make this flow better, or suggest what I'm missing for this course outline. Open your laptop, your phone, your camera, and record each lesson. No need for fancy slides or editing. Just talk like you would to a client or friend, and then upload it to a platform like Skool, Gumroad, Teachable, Thinkific, or even deliver it via a private YouTube playlist plus email. That's it. You can keep it simple. Done is better than perfect. Keep it simple and you will take action faster. And the faster you get it out, the faster you get feedback, and the faster you grow. So stop overthinking it and take action. Okay, the next delivery option, number 3, is memberships or a community. This is your recurring revenue engine and your connection amplifier. It's monthly income you can count on. It's perfect for the heart-led creators who love showing up, not just posting. It's ideal if you want to serve at a scale without burning out. And here's the opportunity. A membership isn't just about content, it's about belonging. When someone joins, they're not just buying access to the community, they're buying support, proximity to you and other like-minded individuals, and momentum. They're buying accountability. So here, that's what's attractive to them, right? And here's what a simple high-value membership might include. You could have weekly or bi-weekly live calls. You could have Q&As, hot seats, workshops in those calls. You could have a group thread or chat for questions, wins, and feedback. You could have behind the scenes or short trainings that are messy, raw, and real. You could have channel reviews or shout outs or public encouragement. You could have light access. You could have light access to you through DMs, but not one-on-one, but still personal. So there's a variety of ways you could set up your membership. And you could also, again, ask AI to help you with this. But let's talk numbers. If you charge $20 to $50 a month, just 100 members, you'll have between 2K and 5K a month. That's a baseline financial freedom from connection, not virality. So how do you start? Number 1, you start small and you serve deep. You don't need 1,000 members. You need 10 people who trust you, then 20, then 50, and it builds from there. Most beginners assume people join because of the amount of content, courses, or free stuff in the membership. But the truth is, that's not why they stay. They stay because they feel seen and understood. They stay because the community gives them clarity, care, and the momentum to keep moving forward, with familiar faces cheering them on when they don't have that in their everyday life. You don't need a giant course library. You need one weekly call, one focused community thread, one clear promise. I'm here to help you. That's it. The platform you use doesn't matter. It could be Skool, Circle, Patreon, even Telegram or WhatsApp with a Stripe link. The platform isn't the value, you are. And here's the different ways you could sell people into your membership. I don't want you to say, join for exclusive videos and general support. That's what everyone says. I want you to say, join this space to finally get the answers about X, Y, and Z and stop spinning your wheels alone. Do you see the difference? And by the way, if you're thinking about starting your own Skool community, I've got a link in the description to help you get started. That's where I host my membership, and it's super easy to use. So if you want to try Skool, there's a link in the description below. Okay, next up is the 4th delivery method to get you to 5K a month with YouTube, and that is affiliate marketing. This is one of the most overlooked yet powerful ways to earn as a creator, especially in the beginning. And did you see what I just did a few moments ago when I said, if you want to create your own Skool community, there's a link in the description below. That was a call to action for an affiliate link. If someone creates a Skool community from my link that is linked below, I earn a commission from that. That's affiliate marketing. And it's ideal if you don't have your own offer yet yourself, right? Or you're not ready to coach or teach yet, or you love recommending tools and books or programs that have genuinely helped you to get where you are. So here's how it works. You recommend a product or service you trust. When someone buys through your link, you earn a commission. That's it. No product, no fulfillment, no shipping things around, no customer support, just trust and timing. This works best when you use the product yourself and you can speak about it from experience and your audience actually needs it. And here's what most people do wrong, and I did this wrong as well. They just dump a list of links in their description below their video and hope that someone clicks on it. That doesn't work anymore. Or it works sometimes, but it's not sustainable and it's not consistent. What does work is context. You show how the product fits into the real workflow of your audience. You explain why it's better than some other product. You create a tutorial using that product, or you share results of what happened when you use that product, and you honestly give advice about it. People don't need more options. They need someone they trust to say, use this one, I love it, it's great, right? And there's lots of ways you can earn. You can earn from, say, Amazon with physical products, or you can do software affiliate links like editing tools or TubeBuddy, CapCut, etc. You can also be an affiliate for courses, the ones that actually helped you to get to where you are now. For example, when I started my channel, I was promoting Think Media's Video Ranking Academy like almost in every video because I loved what it was doing. It was helping me grow my channel, and I didn't have my own course, so I was like, why not market that one? And even though I still have my own course, I still market that one because it helped me so much to get to where I am. So if you don't have anything, it's a great way to start making money because you're able to recommend other people's things and make money from it. And like I said, it's easy peasy. You drop the link and then you get paid. You can also recommend books if you talk about them regularly on your channel, like you have a book channel or you have an educational channel and it's self-development. You've got tons of self-development books you recommend. You could recommend those books. Audible, you could recommend that. There's tons of things you can recommend. And it stacks. So the more content you create, the more links you embed, and those links keep working while you sleep for years. Today, it might be a $10 affiliate commission check you make, and next month it might be $100. 1 year later, it might be $1,000 from a single video. Affiliate marketing, it isn't flashy, but it's real, and it compounds. So start with what you already love, share it honestly, and let your content sell for you over time. And if you're not sure what to promote as an affiliate, let AI help you. Just open up ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, whatever, and ask, I'm in X niche and I serve Y audience. Can you give me a list of affiliate products or services that I could promote on my YouTube channel? And could you give it to me in table form with links to the affiliate programs? Boom. You get a list to explore, a bunch of ideas of what you could put in your description. If a product doesn't feel like the right fit or it's not aligned with you, just ask for an alternative or a different brand in the same category. But once you've found a few solid options, start creating content around those products and services. For example, if you're in the cooking niche, think about your favorite blender, your favorite crock pot, spices, pans, ovens, hot plates, anything you love and use, and check if it has an affiliate program. Then in your video, you can say, oh, if you're wondering where I get my amazing oven mitts, which are absolutely adorable, don't you think? There's a link in the description below of this video so you can get your very own oven mitt like I have. And there, at the very least, with an oven mitt and other products, kitchen products, you could create an Amazon storefront and add your favorite tools that you work with in there. Plus, pro tip, if you are not aware, with Amazon, the beauty of it is if someone clicks your affiliate link and buys anything within the next 24 hours, not just the product you linked, not just the oven mitt, but if they buy a spatula, some pans, oven grease, I don't know, whatever, you still earn a commission on all of those things for the next 24 hours. And we all know, let's be honest, no one goes on Amazon and buys just one thing. So the potential to make money is quite good. Also, if a brand you love doesn't have an affiliate program yet, email them, ask them. You might be surprised how many say yes or set one up because you asked them. And even if affiliate links don't become your main source of income, which they're not on my channel, but it can become a nice bonus check that just by taking one day to set it all up and occasionally mention it in your videos, it will work for you while you sleep. Okay. So that's affiliate links. The last method I want to talk to you about delivery is number 5, and that is ads and sponsorships. And let's talk about the monetization path everyone thinks they need to start with, but actually it should come later. And why is that? Well, because ads and sponsorships are volume-based, meaning you need views and lots of them. To qualify for the YouTube Partners Program in the beginning for AdSense, you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 public watch hours from long format videos. There's other ways to do it with short form, but I'm speaking long form because we're in the educational niche. Once you're approved, YouTube places ads on your videos and you get paid per 1,000 views, usually between $2 and $5 depending on your niche, location, and the audience size. So that sounds exciting at first. You may need over 100,000 monthly views just to generate $300 to $500 a month. That's why I don't recommend starting here, yet it's passive. But it's slow and it depends on scale. So for context, I currently make around 800 to 2,000 every month from AdSense. And yes, it's that big of a range. And it depends if I have a video go viral for me. But that's only from AdSense alone. And that's after, building trust and posting consistently for a year. And truthfully, it doesn't come close to what I make from coaching, courses, or digital products even. So that said, once the volume is there, it's a powerful set it and forget it type income stream. I look at it as a bonus check every month, but it's not the main source for me. However, it could be the main source for you if you really go hard on sponsorship, brand deals, and YouTube ads all combined. Now, let's talk sponsorships. So sponsorships are different. Brands pay you directly to feature their product or their services in your content. And this can range from $100 to several $1,000s per video, depending on your niche. And it depends on your niche, it depends on your audience size, it depends on engagement rate and all of those things. But here's one of the key factors to getting sponsorships is the alignment matters. So brands don't just want views. They want creators that their audience trusts and messaging that converts. So don't rush this. Build trust first, deliver value. So if you create a real relationship with your audience, the sponsors will come. And when they do, it will be on your terms. So a pro tip for you is to prepare a simple media kit and have it ready with your channel stats, audience demographics, a few examples of high performing videos. And you don't need to wait to be discovered either with this, with sponsorships. You can reach out yourself when you feel ready. But the bottom line is ads and sponsorships can become powerful secondary income streams or primary income streams if you really focus on it. But early on, they're slow and inconsistent. So I wouldn't rely on them to get you to the 5,000 a month early on. Instead, I would recommend starting with high trust, high leverage paths like coaching or digital products. Let ads and sponsorships complement your business, not carry it. Let the algorithm fund your business, but don't let it build your business, if that makes sense. All right, there's a lot in this video, like I said already, so save it and revisit the parts that matter most to you. But now I want to give you a 6-month plan to get you started to 5K months. Why 6 months? Because if you go all in for that short window of time, you can dramatically change your results and your life by the end of it. If you want to turbocharge your efforts by working with a mentor, that's my jam. And you can apply to work with me in the link below this video. Okay, so 6-month revenue roadmap. Let's go. If you want to turn your YouTube channel into real income without millions of views or waiting years, this roadmap is going to be for you. So months 1 through 3, we're going to serve hard, we're going to build trust, and we're going to master the craft of whatever it is you do. So the goal for this 3 months is to build credibility, sharpen your YouTube skills, and deeply understand your audience before you sell anything. Yes, you heard me right. The first 3 months, I just want you to focus on providing value and tons of it for your viewers. So the action steps for these 3 months are to post 2 to 3 videos a week, focused entirely on your audience's pain points and desires. And I want you to hone your YouTube craft. So I want you to work on improving storytelling, pacing, hooks, and editing. Study your analytics weekly. Look for patterns in what's getting more views, comments, highest retention, shares, and more. Granted, if you're just starting out, your analytics aren't going to give you too much information, but once they start giving you information, use that to accelerate your success. Okay, and then I also want you in these first 3 months to study great channels. What do they do? What don't you do? And how could you improve? So watch them, learn from them, and improve your content based on what's working on other channels. Of course, you want to be your unique person and do it your own way, but it doesn't hurt to look at what is succeeding out there already. Success leaves clues. Another goal for this month, or action item for you this month, or these first 3 months, is to always look for ways to improve your videos with every single upload. Test things, experiment with things. You are finding your voice and your audience in these first 3 months. It's super important. So try different formats: standing, sitting, walking, inside, outside, interview style, whatever you need to try, but experiment with what works best with your channel and with you and your voice and the way you present ideas. So this will help you to determine where you shine. And oftentimes, it's not where we think we shine, but it's where our audience thinks we shine. Because if you're getting subscribers, comments, shares, and likes on those videos, what were you doing in those videos that got the impact, right? So pay attention to your videos that are working and ask yourself, why is this video working? Okay, and the other thing I want you to do this month, the first 3 months, is add organic call to actions or CTAs mid-video after delivering value, and to encourage engagement and community building. Again, the focus is building community, like helping your viewers add value. So we're not going to do call to offers or CTAs for your services yet. It's focused on your audience. Ask them in the videos, what's your biggest struggle right now? Let me know in the comments below. What do you want help with next? Let me know in the comments below. Let them know you care. Hey guys, I'm doing these videos for you and I want to create the best videos for you. If you're struggling with something, email me, reach out however you can, and I will create a video on it. Next up, within these 3 months, I want you to also create an email list if you don't have one already, and a lead magnet. So the first 3 months, you're gonna want to set up an email list and a lead magnet to get people into that email list. Basically, a lead magnet is another word for freebie. You want the freebie to over-deliver. Also, you can start setting up some passive income affiliate links in this first 3 months if you want to. This is another way to serve your audience without asking for something in return. Remember, these first 3 months are the focus is on them, providing value to them and helping them, because you're mentioning this is a product I love and it will help you get where you want to go, right? And it's non-threatening and it's supportive, it's helpful. So that is the main focus of the first 3 months. Then drop the links in your description to your lead magnets, to the affiliate links, and even a Calendly link if you want to. The last thing I want you to do and think about in the first 3 months is, after you've done all those things and you continue to make your content, start brainstorming your first offer, even if you have one already, with your audience's needs in mind, because you're going to be learning about your audience these first 3 months through their comments, through what they're asking for, what they're liking, what they're sharing. That you're going to learn what they like, what they don't like, what they're resonating with, what they're not resonating with. And so your mindset for this first month, or first 3 months rather, number one is to be helpful, is to be relevant, and is to be present. Trust is the foundation for everything that follows. So you want to establish credibility by giving massive value with no strings attached. Don't pitch yet. Just show up with value and genuine care. And you're building trust, and that is a real asset. Okay, moving on to month 4. So that was month 1 through 3. Month 4, you're going to create and launch your first offer. So the goal of this month is to turn your audience's trust into their first yes by offering a simple, results-focused solution. So the action items for this month are: design a simple offer, whether it's coaching package, mini course, workshop, group program, whatever you want. Remember those 5 delivery options I listed in this video already. Choose one of those, and then you're gonna launch it lightly. You're not gonna do any complex funnels needed. You're just gonna announce it in your videos and community posts and email lists. And you're gonna include an organic call to action in every video pointing to this offer. So for example, if you want my personal help with this, I have a program, workshop, webinar, whatever, linked in the description below. So mention it organically. Maybe what you just talked about in your videos was kind of complicated. You can say, if this seems too complicated for you and you want support or help with this, I just want to let you know that I offer coaching for this very topic. If you're interested, there's a link in the description below. Then go right back into your content of giving value. Okay. Also, in this 4th month, I want you to share transformation stories if you have them. So client wins or your own stories, if you're your first case study, and share those in your videos. Like, my client said this, my client experienced this. When I was struggling with this, I overcame it with this. So you want to start to share wins and accomplishments that you had or you had for your clients. And I want you to also still, in this 4th month, keep posting 2 to 3 videos a week and still deliver massive value while naturally trying to include your offer organically into your content. And the mindset for month 4 is, this is about proof of concept. So it's not perfection. I want you to realize your offer will evolve after you get real world feedback. So you're making an offering, you're seeing who's picking it up, you're seeing if they like it, you're seeing how it's going, right? And it's just the beginning of your offer getting out there in the world. Month 5 is where you evaluate and refine. So the goal for month 5 now is to improve what's working and eliminate what's not, both in your content and your offer. So we're still looking at our analytics, we're still understanding what's resonating with our audience and what's not, but now you're also looking at your offer, what's resonating, what's not. And the action steps for this month is to review month 4 performance. So which videos drove the most interest to your offer? Which parts of your offers resonated with most clients? So in your coaching, what worked the best? What didn't work the best? What could you improve, right? And refine your services. You want to tighten your promise, you want to adjust your delivery, or increase your price if the demand is strong. And you want to optimize your content strategy based on analytics and double down on what's working. And also continue to test 1 to 2 new formats as you go along in this month as well. Update your call to action for clarity and impact. Add social proof to your assets, so testimonials, before and after results, screenshots, etc. So the mindset for this month is to tighten the screws, refine your product, refine your offering. Refinement leads to higher conversion and less wasted energy. Okay, then month 6, the final month, you're going to systemize and scale. And the goal for this month is to build the infrastructure to grow without burning out, because you might burn out. This is an all-in mentality, right? We're going hard, we're going focused for 6 months. So by month 6, you have systems in place, but you can start to get help. So your actions for this month is to identify tasks to delegate to other people. Editing, admin, thumbnail design, community management, whatever it is, start to get help. So hire part-time help, a VA, a video editor, or designer to save you time and keep you in your zone of genius, because your zone of genius is where you're going to make your money. You're not going to make your money by doing all these menial tasks, and your creativity suffers. So you want to find ways to delegate out some of the things you're doing to give you more time to do the things in your zone of genius. Another thing you can think about at this time is exploring ways to scale your business without adding more hours to your life, more working hours. So that could be going from 1 to 1 to 1 to many. That could be adding in digital products. That could be thinking about memberships if you don't have a membership. And I still want you to keep your videos to 2 a week at this point. If you were doing 3, you could drop down to 2. But focus on client magnet content that directly ties your clients to your offer, your audience to your offer. So the mindset for this month is to treat your channel like a business. And in this month, we want to focus on efficiency, because it creates space for growth and keeps you from hitting burnout. And so that's the 6th month. If you go all in and focus, you will succeed. Actually, that reminds me, the point that I wanted to make earlier about focus. Most new creators miss this entirely. They try to do everything and end up building nothing. You can't do everything at once. You don't need a full product suite and a polished website on day 1. You need to focus on one person, one offer, and one transformation, and serve the heck out of it. And that's how you build a business and a brand that changes lives. And it also is including your own life. It will change your life as well. You will be growing through this whole process as well. I would recommend to avoid shiny object syndrome, because that is the fastest way to lose. It leads to burning time, energy, and it ruins the momentum, because you're starting and you're stopping and you're jumping from one side to the other, from one idea to the next. I want you to start focusing on stacking offers. Right now, my business is super simple and it works. I make valuable videos, I offer help to those who want it through coaching and consulting, and I focus on mastering the craft of coaching. That's it. Because success doesn't come from doing more and lots of other things. It comes from mastering one thing, then building from there. Okay, so here's the truth. You will not figure this all out before you start. And if you wait to feel ready, you'll be left behind by someone who didn't wait. Your clarity will come from action. Your niche will come from experience. Your confidence will come from results, not prep work. So which path is the right path for you? Let's recap. If you love coaching, start one-on-one. If you love teaching and systems, start with digital products. If you're still building confidence, try affiliates and content. If you want long-term growth, stack slowly many of these things. But whatever you choose, go deep. Don't do all 5, pick one, master it, and then build from there. So that's the 6-month plan. If you want help creating your offer, mapping out your content, and building a business from your YouTube channel, to apply to my mentorship. I'm happy to help, and I work with a small number of creators who want to go all in, not just to grow, but to serve powerfully and get paid well for it. And if you're not ready for that yet, that's totally fine. I also have my Skool community, which you can join for free or binge watch all of my tutorials. They're all made to help you grow. But please don't wait until you feel ready. Start before you feel confident. Show up before it's perfect. Move forward even when it's messy. That's how you build momentum. That's how you build trust. And that's how you build a business that lasts. You've got this. Now go on, get out there and start creating. Thanks, you guys. See you in the next video.